Phil, you need to unmute yourself if possible.
Yeah, well, I'm muted. I'm ready to go. Thank you. I couldn't hear you. Did you just introduce me? Excellent. Yeah, so I'm Phil from DHI. I'm going to do a quiz. So if you've got a pen and paper ready, that would be great. If you can, yeah. So if you can, like, you know, if you're in groups, if you can try and do it individually and, you know, play fair and stuff. We're gonna have a little prize. I think we've got 3 £10 vouchers to give out. If you want to, I think Mike is going to put my email address in the chat. If you want to send me your contact details and your scores after the quiz, that'd be great. No shouting out answers, please. I think you're all muted anyway, but no shouting out answers. Just write them down. It's 30 questions. There's a bit of history to this. We started doing this at the start of lockdown with our volunteers, you know, because we just thought it was a good way of just keeping engaged and having a bit of fun on a Friday afternoon. So we've been taking it in turns and doing general knowledge quizzes. Yeah, I'm going to make a start. I'm good luck with it. I've got 6 rounds. We're going to do films and TV, animals, music, sport, science and nature, and then we're going to finish up with a round of general knowledge. I've basically numbered it 1 to 5 in each category. However you want to do it, it's fine. I'm sure we can work it out. So I'm going to run through the questions, jot your answers down, score yourself. If you think you scored a reasonable score, send the score and some contact details over to me. And, you know, if you're lucky, we'll get some vouchers out to you next week. If there's a tie for the lead, if there's more than 3 people tying for the lead, I will pick lots and just, you know, send the vouchers out that way. It's just a bit of fun, really. So I'm going to kick off with the first round, which is films and TV. So first question, in the Pirates of the Caribbean film, what is the name of Jack Sparrow's ship? Okay. Question 2. What was Ewan McGregor's character called in Trainspotting? And a surname or nickname's fine for that. Either is cool. I'll let you have that. Okay. So on to question 3. The 2010 film, The Social Network, was about which social media company? Question 4, for the soap fans out there, what is the pub in Emmerdale called? Okay, so on to question 5. In the film The Fight Club, what is the first rule of Fight Club? Cool. I hope I'm going at a reasonable speed. I'm not going too fast. Cool. So the next round is animals. So this is a true or false round. I've got some silly animal names. We want to know whether they're true or false. So the first one is true or false. The sarcastic fringe head. Okay, true or false. Question 2, the spotted diddler. Okay. Okay, so question 3 is the true or false. Is there such a thing as the red-rumped bush tyrant? Red-rumped bush tyrant. Okay. So, true or false? Is there such a thing as the animal as the spangled drongo? And the last one in the true or false animals round is there such a beast as the green-throated croaker? Okie dokie. Hope everything's okay so far. Next round's music. So question 1. In which US city did Kanye West grow up in? It wasn't the place of his birth, if that makes things easier. It's where he grew up. He spent his childhood years. Okay. Okay. Question 2, the music round. Who wore a dress to the MTV Awards that was made of meat? So that was who wore a dress to the MTV Awards that was made of meat. Question 3. Justin Timberlake was a member of which band before going solo? Okay. I'll just repeat that last question. I'll try and repeat some of them just in case no people haven't caught them. That was just question 3 was Justin Timberlake was a member of which band before going solo? Question 4, how did the song...
Sorry, Phil, you have gone on to mute.
Sorry, I think I put my quiz questions on that. Did we miss the last question? So question 4, yeah? So I'm sorry, I'll repeat question 4. How did soul singer Marvin Gaye die? I think it was about 1980 or 81, I think. Early 80s, I think. Okay. Question 5. Which rock group were originally known as the New Yardbirds? They became a very famous band. Okay. Which rock group were originally known as the New Yardbirds? So I'm going to do a few 5 sports questions. So question 1, which English Football League club plays its home games at Craven Cottage? Which English Football League club plays its home games at Craven Cottage? Okay. Question 2, which sport involves tucks and pikes? I think GB did quite well at this at the Olympics, I think, if that helps. Question 3 of sport. What is the name of the only team to have played in every football World Cup tournament? There's only one team that's played in every Football World Cup tournament. Okay, so sport. How many players are in a rugby league team? So we're not talking about squad size, we're talking about how many players would be on the pitch, you know, providing nobody's been sent off or sin binned or whatever. So how many players are in a rugby league team as opposed to a union team? Question 5. In what sport is a shuttlecock used? In what sport is a shuttlecock used? Okay, so next round, science and nature. 5 questions in this round. Question 1, what is the name for trees that don't lose their leaves in the autumn? What is the name for trees that don't lose their leaves in the autumn? Okay. Question 2, what does a chronometer measure? What does a chronometer measure? That's CHRONOMETER. Okay. Question 3. What is the largest star in our solar system? Question 3. What is the largest star in our solar system? Question 4 in science and nature. How many wings does a mosquito have? How many wings does a mosquito have? Question 5 in science and nature. Which is heavier, 5 grams of gold or 5 grams of aluminium? Okie dokie, last round. We're nearly there. So this is general knowledge, just 5 random questions. Question 1, what is a Rocky Mountain oyster? Question 1, what is a Rocky Mountain oyster? It's something you'd eat, apparently. Well, I probably wouldn't, but. Question 2, in nautical terms, what is the opposite of starboard? Okay. In nautical terms, what is the opposite of starboard? Question 3. Which Russian town suffered a nuclear disaster in 1986? Question 3. Which Russian town suffered a nuclear disaster in 1986? Okay. Question 4. Which city has the largest population in the world? Which city has the largest population in the world? Okay, and the last question of the Recovery Festival quiz is, how many sides does an octagon have? How many sides does an octagon have? Okay. I hope that's all right. I hope everybody, well, I'm sure everybody did pretty well, but that's cool. I think Mikey's going to put has put my email address in the chat. If you want to send me your scores, I will find out who's won and send some vouchers out. I probably won't get a chance to do it until early next week. But yeah, so yeah, I hope you enjoyed it. We're going to do the answers now. So let's run through the answers. Films and TV. In Pirates of the Caribbean, what is the name of Jack Sparrow's ship? That is the Black Pearl. Yeah. Question 2. What was Ewan McGregor's character called in Train Spotting? The answer is Renton. I think he was called Rent Boy as well as a nickname, but I believe, but it's a long time since I saw the film. I'm old and I saw it at the cinema when it came out. Question 3. The 2010 film The Social Network was about which social media company? That was Facebook. Question 4. The pub in the soap Emmerdale is called the Woolpack. Okay, question 5. The first rule of Fight Club is you don't talk about Fight Club. I'm not too bothered about the wording on that. If you've got it, you know, if you're in the ballpark, let's give yourself a point for that one. That's cool. So the animals round. True or false? Is the sarcastic fringe head a thing? Yes, it is. It's a fish. The spotted diddler, I wish was true, but sadly it's not. It's false. The red-rumped bush tyrant is in fact true. It's a bird. The spangled drongo is indeed true. It's a bird again. I have to say that birds are like generally have got like the best names generally out there. There's some good stuff out there. Question 5, the green-throated croaker. That's false. No such thing.
Phil, sorry, I missed number 4.
On the animals, true or false?
Yeah.
Yeah, so the spangled drongo is in fact true.
Okay, thanks.
It's a bird.
And then what was 5, sorry?
That's the green-throated croaker, and that's false.
Thanks.
Excellent. Music answers. In which US city did Kanye West grow up? It was Chicago. I think he was born in Atlanta. I'm not entirely sure. I think he was born in Atlanta, but he grew up in Chicago. I would say as well, a couple of these questions I double checked on the internet. If anybody's got any dispute with that, I'm sorry, but it goes with. We're going with my answers, but you know. Who wore a dress to the MTV Awards that was made of meat? It could only really be Lady Gaga, which is, you know, the case. I suppose Bjork might have gone for something like that. Question 3, Justin Timberlake was a member of which band before going solo? The answer is NSYNC. How did soul singer Marvin Gaye die? I'll give you shot. He was shot, but he was actually shot by his father. Question 5: which rock group were originally known as the New Yardbirds? The New Yardbirds became Led Zeppelin. So sport answers. Which English Football League club plays its home games at Craven Cottage? That's Fulham. Which sport involves tucks and pikes? That is diving. The only team to have played in every Football World Cup tournament is Brazil. How many players are in a rugby league team? There are 13 in a rugby league side. There are 15 in a union side, so it's 13 in rugby league. In what sport is a shuttlecock used? That is badminton. No. Science and nature. What is the name for trees that don't lose their leaves in the autumn? That is evergreen. What does a chronometer measure? It measures time. The largest star in our solar system is the sun. In fact, the only star in our solar system. But, you know. How many wings does a mosquito have? It has 2. Sorry, Hannah. Which is heavier, 5 grams of gold or 5 grams of aluminium? They weigh exactly the same. I know. General knowledge, what is a Rocky Mountain oyster? It is a cooked bull's testicle. Yeah, I know. Yeah. Rank. General, in nautical terms, what is the opposite of starboard? It is port. Port and starboard, so it's port. Well, which Russian town suffered a nuclear disaster in '86? That was Chernobyl, however it's pronounced. The city with the largest population in the world is Shanghai. And the last answer, how many sides does an octagon have? An octagon has 8 sides. And that's the quiz. I hope you all did, well, good luck and everything.